you kind of read along. I have to be honest, I'm really struggling with the order of this exam because it's not realistic. So I'm going to show you what I really do in real life, but I'll only grade you on what you're supposed to be graded. Now, you'll notice that the first bit deals with range of motion and strength, right? So let's do that. So first of all, what we're going to do is we already practiced range of motion of TMJ, so we don't have to do that. And we already know the neck because you memorize that. So let's start with the upper extremities. Now, Cindy, what I'd like you to do is to follow my arm movements, okay? And let me know if there's any pain. Ready? Now you can just put this to the side. Now, can you abduct your arms? Great. Can you adduct your arms? Lovely. Can you scratch your neck? Can you scratch your lower back? Terrific. Now, can you arc your arms forward like this? And then move them in a posterior arc. Yes. Can you turn out the light mysteriously? Excellent. Now, what I'm going to do is strength for the upper extremities. Now, I'd like you to lift your shoulders. Okay, excellent. Now, I'm going to do biceps and tricep strength. Now, push up. Strong biceps offers strong resistance. Go ahead. Okay. And the tricep strength is excellent. Okay. Now what I'd like you to do is I'd actually like you to lie back. Now I think you're going to find this goes a lot faster and easier. Now I'm going to do range of motion of the hip and leg. Now can you bend your knee and all the way to the chest? Now I just did two things, knee and hip flexion. Now bring it out towards me, abduction, cross it across the other leg. Adduction. Terrific. Bring it all the way to the top. Okay, terrific. Straight leg raise. Now, let's do strength. There are only two muscles in the leg that really are important, the quads and the hamstrings. Now, push your leg up, offers strong resistance. Now, push your leg down, those are the hamstrings. So far motors, 5 out of 5, full strength. Now, you would glove, and hopefully she's in stocking feet. Now, could you hand me a towel or something? Well, there you go. So it is. Now, I'd like you to push against my hand. Now, this would produce clonus, wouldn't it? Her foot would flap if she had clonus, so there's no clonus. Terrific. Now, I normally would test foot movement, so I'd like you to dorsiflex, bring your toes towards your nose. Now make a ballet foot. Terrific. Now move your ankle in and out. That's it. Now you can sit up there. So what I did is I did all of the motor and all of the power testing. That's done. The only thing that's going to be left over for when the patient's standing up and walking around will be the waist range of motion. So I think that would work better for you. Does that make sense? Okay, now at this point I can happily do my Tennells, do my hand inspection. So I don't see any nodes or deformities in her metacarpal joints or her phalangeal joints on either side. Now Cindy, can you move your hands like this please? Does that cause pain? No. Okay, terrific. Now I'm going to percuss the median nerve. Does that cause pain? So phalans and Tennells are both negative. Now what I'm going to do is you can take your wherever the paper went. Thank you. All right. Now I'm going to now go ahead and do the fun cerebellar things. Now I'm going to do the cerebellar testing for the upper extremities. Remember, when you do the exam, you don't have to do all this extra chatting I'm doing. Now Cindy, what I'd like you to do is to move your palms in this fashion. Great. Now we're going to try something else that's fun. What I'd like you to do with your right hand is I'd like you to touch your nose and then touch my finger. Now we're going to speed this up. It's going to be a real challenge. Ready? Good. Have to think about it. Okay. So those are actually two upper extremity cerebellar signs. Now remember, you only have to do two. Now another one you could do would be touch your fingers in this fashion. Oh, she's really fast. Okay, now, Cindy, just a review for you. So what we did is we actually did the upper extremity right here. Okay, now we're going to save the Romberg and everything that you do at the end when the patient's standing later. Now let's do the sensory. Now I'm going to test pain and light touch. Now what I'd like you to do is to shut your eyes and let me know what you feel and where.
Sharp here.
Very good.
Dull here.
Great.
Sharp here.
Okay, great.
Dull here.
So she's able to discriminate between pain and light touch. Now let's test vibration. That's going to be lots of fun. And just for the heck of it, for your posterior columns, we're going to play a game. Now, can you shut your eyes? I'm going to draw a letter. Now, you tell me what letter I just drew.
B.
Yay, good. Graphesthesia is positive. Now, let me see if I can get a tuning fork over here. Sorry to go off the screen. And, of course, there are none here. Oh, Lord. Okay, but not a they're not 128s, but let's see if this works. Now, Cindy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch the fork to your finger, and I want you to tell me if you can feel the vibration. Eyes shut, please.
Yes.
Okay, terrific. So there's no neuropathy on that side. The posterior tracts are working.
Yes.
Now, what would happen is, if she didn't feel anything in the fingers, you go to the next joint up. And you just go proximately until she can feel something. Because remember, diabetics get a glove or a sock-like pattern of neuropathy. No sensation actually at all. All right, so we've actually done several tests for the posterior tracts. Another option is position sense. Now, this is up and this is down. Now, can you close your eyes and tell me what your finger's doing?
Up.
Your finger is up. Very good. Congratulations. So what we just did is I did all these sensory real quickly. Now what I'm going to do is I'll do the pronator drift. Cindy, can you put your hands out like this and close your eyes? Now if she had motor weakness here, this hand would drift. If she had motor weakness here, the hand would drift. Okay? Good sign for stroke or head trauma. Terrific. Now, Cindy, I'm going to show you how to do all of our reflexes. Now, I believe I had a hammer right here. Hey! Now, one of the things when you do reflex testing is you have to locate the tendon. Now, the tendon is what actually attaches the muscle to the bone. So, the tendon's going to feel like a fibrous strip, and then you can feel the belly of the muscle. Now what I need to do is I stretch the tendon toward the center of the body, and I normally tap on my thumb because she's so little that I'd probably give her a heart attack if I hit her there. So that's all you need. That is a +2 reflex. That was really easy. Now here on the triceps, what we want to do is we want to come right up from the tip of the elbow. And we want to stretch. Do you see how this is almost cocked? Okay, now what I'm going to do is just tap over my thumb or between the bone and my thumb. Please don't strike her on the bone. That really hurts. She's not going to like you. Now, the patellar or the knee reflex is done below the patella. I had a student crack the patella once, and so she was not popular either. Now, that's wonderful. That's a +3 reflex. That's fine. Now, let's say you've got duds for reflexes. Cindy, could you please pull your hands like this? That'll intensify the reflex. Okay.